Hi. Just wanted to have a quick word with you about sort of the type of person or where stage you might be at in your life that can get the most out of this. And I've put a lot of thought into the sort of the types of person that might get the most and where to aim it towards. Because the harsh reality is, no matter what stage somebody is at in their life, no matter how badly they've had things in the past, no matter how well they've had things in the past, no matter what's against them right now, what their current bills are or lack of bills, current workload, lack of workload, training, lack of training, education, etc., there's always somebody who's made it, no matter what way they started from. Flip side, there's always somebody who's failed miserably, no matter where they started from. So, frankly, where you start from is not an issue. You can start from now wherever you are. What is important is to what you do from where you are now, and essentially that dictates the first steps you take, and it sets expectations for you of how fast or how quickly you can go and do it. So in order to narrow it down and to be of most use, I've sort of split this into sort of aiming at sort of a few different types of audiences. The first one is somebody who's currently working in like a large corporation or in a sort of traditional white collar type job, who's got skills that may or may not be transferable to a lifestyle business, but they want to jump ship, and essentially it's relearning a whole new other area. But right now, they're stable, they're not sort of, apart from the normal day-to-day bills and gripes over money, etc., they're not in trouble. And it's going to be a choice to make a jump. And they will have the luxury of initial income right now, timing to plan it out correctly, and a career that they've currently built on that may or may not be useful to transfer over, and that's something we'll cover with them. The second is somebody at the flip other side of that. They may be close to retirement. Either they've retired and they've spent a year or two gardening, and now they're going, I've got so much left to give, what am I doing? Or there might be a few years to retirement, and in some countries you have a level you have to jump at. Some corporations have a very hard level as well, and it's like, it can be ridiculous. Some of them are even like 60 years of age, which is the new 40. So, if you're somebody at that age, like your mid-50s, and you have a enforced or hard, fast retirement coming up, and you think, I want to do other stuff, now is the time to put the effort in to build it so that it's a smooth transition when the time comes. Likewise, if you've already retired and you're now wondering, what will I do? It's also the time to make the transition. On the other side for you can treat it like a full-time job, finding the right thing to do and how to do it. Whereas somebody who's still got the pressures and responsibilities of running their current job may need to take a bit more time and plan it correctly. So that's the second type of person. The third type of person that can get benefit out of it is somebody who's currently in their own business, or they're currently working in their own business, and it may be not running the way you wanted to, maybe running exactly the way you wanted to. Well, I think it's very, very rare that it's the case. It's always something you think you can tweak, even though somebody else might say it's working great. This is the nature of it. You're always looking for something else to help make things improve. And if that's you and you want to know how you can tweak things or sort of pick up tips or share tips with the community, that's perfect. That's exactly what we needed to help you with the striving and thriving part of business as well. So essentially, if you're any of those three types of people, this can definitely suit you. The other type of person who can get some help as well is somebody who may be new out of college. You've got the skills, you've got the training, you may not have much experience as well, but you've always thought, well, look, I've known for ages that this is the sort of thing I want to do. Now that I'm young and that I have the opportunity, I want to try and make a go of it. You've got some advantages that others wouldn't. Biggest advantage is enthusiasm and energy. Don't discount that. You possibly have the disadvantages of lack of capital base, lack of experience in a certain area, which can give you credibility issues trying to jump on board. But time is on your side, and there's different ways you can go and grow from there as well. So this can definitely help you as well if you've decided there's something you want to work on or want to make a go on. And it is easier to do that, completely is easier to do that if you don't have additional responsibilities of like mortgages, rental income, paying for schools, all the sort of the day-to-day things that go through when you are a bit older. And that's definitely a good chance if I do something. I set up my first business when I was 22, and it was a really good challenge. I made a lot of mistakes, made a lot of things done right, which I've continued to do since. I learned from it. But it is a lot easier then than it is now. You have a lot less things to worry about. So that's another option where you can jump on if you're at the deciding and creating stage. The other person who might get a benefit is somebody who, for want of a better word, is unplanned opportunity. So, especially with COVID at the moment, there's a lot of people who will find that their jobs no longer exist in the way they can do them. And they may find that it'll be a while before it gets back to that stage. Also, it's possible that the job may not exist in the way you like it afterwards. And that can be for a number of reasons. One, the pivot that your employer would have had to have done to survive COVID meant that when they look at it afterwards, they think, why should we go back? This pivot has been worth it. Let's take the opportunities of this and build on it and drop there. So there will be a lot of people who will unfortunately not have an income or employment opportunity post that. So also as well, even regardless of the COVID pandemic of 2020 onwards, the pace of technology means that there's a lot of roles that will no longer be in play very soon. So there will be people who will be stumbling across this on the internet and who will think that's all very well, but I didn't plan on something. I would have happily kept doing what I'm doing before, or maybe not happily, but I was content doing what I was doing before. And I'm now out my Todd. What do I do? Again, a little bit trickier from here, but people have made it from this stage. The biggest advantage there is that you've got experience. You need to take the time, which is very counterintuitive when you have bills to pay and you're just looking at the bank balance getting smaller and smaller and the bills getting higher and higher completely. But it is possible to do very, very well from the starting off point. Again, you need the mindset, you need to look at it as an opportunity, and you need to take the time, most importantly the time, to make sure you do the discovery phase correctly. So you look at something that you'll be happy doing and you can grow in, because just because an opportunity presents itself that you can possibly go and make money in, it's maybe a good business move. It would not be a good lifestyle business move. With people who do that, they end up in something they hate down the road. And once the immediate urgencies are gone, they find themselves crippling themselves and being unhappy because they're sort of slogging away doing something they wouldn't ordinarily have chosen to do, and which they may not have actually ended up doing if they'd taken a little bit longer at the discovery stage. So that can help you as well. So if you're in any of those sort of general buckets, they can definitely help. I'll be gearing everything at the first 3 styles. I'll be touching on the second 2 approaches because they're equally applicable, but to be fair, you can learn more by piggybacking on the main steps in those situations because you have a little bit more flexibility in some ways. And then we'll go on this journey together and we'll see what you find useful, and tell me what you find not useful as well. And let me know in the comments whereabouts you are. If you are sort of somebody who's in a career looking to make a move, maybe not. This is a Facebook page, so don't necessarily be too honest about it. You just say A, B, or C, depending which one you're in. And or if you're somebody who's close to retirement or in retirement stage and you're looking to find something new, just let us know where you currently think you are on the things, and then we'll see how we can help each other. Bye bye. See you on the flip side.